Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the exact opposite of what I did in my last video, and I'm going to be talking about things that I do not plan on purchasing for makeup items for one reason or another. I'll kind of go into specifics as to the why when I go over each one, but none of this is against the brands themselves. All of these products on here, I have multiple products from each brand. It's nothing against them. It's just those particular items themselves that I'm not really feeling 100%. So I just wanted to get that out there, that it's nothing against them. And if you like the products I'm going to talk about, that's great. Let me know in the comments, and maybe I will go out and purchase them anyway. None of this is set in stone. My mind can be easily swayed. But I just these are my first impressions after watching other beauty gurus talk about these things, or, you know, maybe it's just things I've read, or maybe it's just things that I don't really need. The first product that I do not plan on getting is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Iridescent Highlighting Palette. Now, I love Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've used her Renaissance palette in several videos. I have a lot of her highlighters. I just don't particularly want this palette because I don't really want all of the colors that are in it. It's, you know, for a high-end product, it's not overly expensive, but given that I'll probably only use 2 or 3 of the shades that are in the palette, I don't feel I can justify spending the money on these colors, especially since I have palettes that are very similar and, you know, it will do the trick just as much. So I can't really convince myself to get that particular product. Again, nothing against the brand. I love the brand. I have a lot of their products. I just don't think this particular item is a good fit for me. And I know that those metallic-y colors, those mermaids and unicorns, is the big thing right now, and I love a lot of that stuff. And if you, again, love those blues on your face, more power to you. It's just not my thing in particular. And I'm getting is the Buxom White Russian on the Rocks eyeshadow palette. Sorry, I have a list of things. I can't remember the full names of all these products. And don't get me wrong, looking at this palette, it looks beautiful. Some really rosy pinks. And again, the price point is there. I just don't need the palette. You know, I know that sounds silly coming from somebody who is self-admittedly obsessed with makeup, but I have a lot of palettes that have pinks and nudes that I haven't really played with enough as it is. So while the colors are beautiful and it's not a super expensive palette, I can't justify getting it at this time. Who knows, maybe I will, considering there's nothing wrong with the actual palette that I don't like. And you know, I might want it down the road, or I might see people doing videos on them and decide I have to have it based on the formula or the pigments. But as it stands, this wasn't something that I just was like, oh my god, have to have you. It was not that kind of instant thought. And again, with Buxom, I have nothing against them. I'm wearing one of their lip glosses right now for my lipstick, and I love them, and again, the price points are pretty great, but I just couldn't really, I didn't find myself drawn to this product. Another eyeshadow palette is a big deal right now, and that's the Urban Decay Heat palette. You know, when I first heard it was coming out, I thought I was going to want it, and I thought I was going to love it, and I thought it was going to be a have-to-have. I love their Naked palettes, but you know, looking at the colors, again, it was something I have stuff already that's very, very similar, and I know there's been, did they not, speculation over whether they repeated colors, because supposedly none of the colors are repeated or are included in the other palette. But it wasn't even that for me, because if you already have 1 or 2 shades in another palette and people love it and it fits your theme, why not? For me, it was more, I love the warm neutral tones. I love kind of that spicy palette, but I have a lot of that stuff already, and you know, I just, again, it's one of those things that maybe down the road I always said I wouldn't get their smoky palette, and sure enough, in a haul for my birthday I did, which, by the way, I will link that video down below because there's a lot of good stuff in that video as well. But overall, just you know, I was kind of like, oh, it's wishy-washy again. When I heard they were coming up with a new Naked palette, I was really excited. Some people find that line kind of over and done with. I still love it, but I was like, it's kind of meh when it came to that one. So eyeshadow palette, I'm realizing that the majority of these things on my list are eyeshadow palettes, and I guess because that's what's been coming out a lot lately. There's a lot of new things there. I've been looking, I have one foundation which I'll go over here next, but if you guys have any foundation recommendations that are new, let me know, because I've been looking to try out new things in that. I've heard about the new Revlon one, Rimmel one that was just kind of so don't really want to try that one. And the other one that's on here that I don't really want to try is the, I don't even know how to say it, you guys, Laneige BB Cushion Pore Blur. It's because I'm not a big BB and CC cream. If I want coverage, then I'm going to wear just a normal foundation. Very rarely will I use like a tinted moisturizer or a BB or CC cream. So this one I was looking and it had some good reviews on it, but it's just kind of not my thing. So that was the only non-eyeshadow palette that I will not be buying. But again, yeah, if you guys have recommendations on any new foundation products, please let me know because I've been dying to try them. So back to the point of this video. Another palette I won't be trying is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. And again, for the very similar reasons, it's all very neutral. Yes, there's a lot of shimmery shades in there, and again, I love Tarte. I have their Make Believe palette, which had some gorgeous, pretty pastel colors. But this one just didn't really catch my eye. It was kind of a been there, done that palette for me. And I think that the formulas are pretty similar between those two different palettes. So when I saw it on there, I like a lot of their other stuff that came with that whole collection, like the concealer and the foundation that came with it. But for me, that particular eyeshadow palette just didn't do enough to make me want to reach out and grab it on my next haul. The only other thing that I have found out there in the new product world that I'm just like, pass, is the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. Now I'm all about glitter. I'm all about the shine and the highlight, all about it. But this one, it was like they had neon colors, and you know, and again, if your thing is the neon electric colors, power to you. I can't pull them off. I do not have probably the confidence, let's be honest, when it comes to that. I feel like a neon sign, but I also just don't really feel like I have the skin tone to pull off some of those really bright shades. I can do pinks and I can do the cooler tones, but some of the others that are included in this palette, I just wasn't really drawn to it. And usually when it comes to my glitter shades, I like getting the individual items, or even like the liquid like Stila, that I can kind of play around with. This one, I didn't read too much on it, but I think it was just a pressed powder. But I didn't honestly, like I said, I didn't read that much about it, because when I looked at it, it was kind of a next, swipe and move on deal. But yeah, those are some of the things that I have found that are coming out recently that I'm not very excited about. Of course, this video is actually kind of hard for me to do because I'm more excited about things that are coming out than I am things that, or I'm more excited about things than I am not excited about. So there's a lot of great stuff coming out. There's a lot of new brands coming out, and I love trying new brands. Again, if you guys have any recommendations of new brands, please let me know. I'd love to try them out. Yeah, that's kind of all I had for you guys. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. As always, I have another video coming up in the next couple days. I'm trying to do them every Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday on the weekends. Based off of my schedule, that's what's really gonna work for me, I think. So that's really what I'm going for. So again, you'll be hopefully getting another video here in the next couple of days. And got a great tutorial for you guys. I'm really excited for that, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But in the meantime, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.